Social engineering. Social engineering refers to a range of techniques that exploit human emotions, behaviors, and decision-making to gain unauthorized access to systems, data, or physical spaces. Social engineering is one of the most effective ways attackers infiltrate systems because it bypasses technology and targets people instead. Rather than attacking technology directly, cybercriminals manipulate people by creating a false sense of trust, urgency, or authority. Cybercriminals carefully craft scenarios that feel believable, urgent, or emotionally triggering. They rely on human tendencies like trust, fear, curiosity, or the desire to help. These attacks can target anyone, from individuals to large organizations. They often appear harmless at first glance, hence awareness and training is absolutely essential. What makes social engineering so dangerous is how convincing these tactics can appear. Understanding the psychology behind these attacks is the first step in building strong human defenses. Phishing is the most common deception technique. It involves sending fraudulent emails, messages, or links disguised as legitimate communication to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information. Phishing remains the most widespread social engineering method because it is cheap, scalable, and highly effective. These messages often mimic trusted organizations and create urgency to provoke quick action, such as clicking unsafe links, downloading malicious files, or providing login credentials. Attackers design emails that look almost identical to real notifications from banks, delivery services, or workplaces. More sophisticated versions include spear phishing, where attackers research their targets and personalize the message, making it even harder to detect. Spoofing is a social engineering technique where attackers disguise their identity or communication source to appear legitimate and trustworthy. Spoofing is impersonation through technical deception. Spoofing strengthens social engineering attacks by making communications look real at first glance. This may involve falsified email addresses, phone numbers, websites, or sender names. A spoofed email may appear to come from a manager, bank, or government agency, while a spoofed phone call may display a familiar or official number. Spoofing is rarely used alone and commonly supports phishing, pretexting, and impersonation by reinforcing the illusion of authenticity. For instance, an attacker might spoof a company email domain and request an urgent password reset. Pretexting is building a false story to gain trust. It involves creating a believable scenario or false identity to persuade victims to share information or grant access. The attacker prepares a detailed story and may already have some information about the victim. Attackers often pose as IT staff, managers, auditors, or service providers. For example, they may claim they are from IT support conducting routine checks and request login details. The success of pretexting relies on trust, authority, and logical storytelling. Because the scenario sounds reasonable, victims may comply without suspicion. Baiting involves exploiting curiosity and incentives. Baiting uses attractive offers or items to lure victims into unsafe actions. Baiting attacks rely on temptation rather than fear. This could include free downloads, giveaways, or physical devices like USB drives left in public places. For example, a USB drive labeled confidential data may entice someone to plug it into their computer. The goal is to trigger curiosity or greed, leading to malware installation or data theft. Once the bait is taken, malicious software can be installed or sensitive information stolen. Tailgating is a physical social engineering tactic where attackers gain access to restricted areas by following authorized individuals. Physical social engineering is often overlooked but highly effective. An attacker may carry boxes or wear a high-visibility vest to blend in. Attackers rely on politeness, distraction, or disguise to appear legitimate. Employees may feel uncomfortable challenging them, allowing them unauthorized access. Social engineering attacks exploit psychological triggers such as urgency, fear, authority, curiosity, and empathy. Attackers carefully design messages to trigger emotional reactions. Urgent deadlines cause panic, authority discourages questioning, and curiosity encourages risky behavior. These triggers reduce critical thinking and increase the likelihood of compliance, especially under pressure. To summarize, social engineering remains one of the most dangerous cybersecurity threats because it targets people directly. It is possible to build stronger defenses by learning how attackers think, how they create believable narratives, exploit emotions, and mimic legitimate behavior. In today's age, awareness, verification, and healthy skepticism are powerful, irreplaceable tools.